Hey, 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 and hey again. Y'all, listen. There's so much to discuss. There's so much to. I don't even know. I'm already tongue tied, y'all. It has been so very long. And I just feel as of lately, I have been the queen of dropping the ball. Um, I don't exactly know how long I'm going to be on here, but I definitely got to, put my face into place. It's Cap. If you don't know, let me reintroduce myself. Cap Rivera, founder of Conversation XYZ. It's a movement, but sometimes movements get on hold, okay? I guess the thing I want to talk about is how do you keep yourself motivated in the midst of any and everything that can come out of the woodworks and stop a situation from popping off. Have you ever found yourself so very excited about something? You tell a whole bunch of people, some of them got your back, some of them really don't have your back until a thing pops off, and then you have like your go-to go hard fans, like they don't care what you do, they support you no matter what, right? And then sometimes that gives you just enough that you need to say, all right, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna try it, whatever comes what may, like I got a team, I'm gonna do this thing, right? And then you do it, and then you look for that instant result. And that instant result don't come, but you still doing it because you got some cheerleaders in the background. And, truthfully enough, you need to be your biggest fan, your biggest cheerleader with anything that you do, because that keeps you motivated. And sometimes, hey, one person that's watching, um, sometimes that gives you the push you need. But what happens when those naysayers become louder than the supporters, and your supporters are not really supporting because they don't see nothing popping, and then you're starting to feel like, is this even worth it? That has been the story of my life. Welcome to my life. Okay, I am so very transparent. The older I get, that I don't mind putting things out on display, or letting you know is if I'm feeling, if I'm not feeling it, if I'm failing, if I'm succeeding, whatever that looks like. I just, it doesn't benefit me to not be that way. Just today at my job, somebody said to me, one of my favorites at my job actually, they were like, hey, Cap, I think you might have missed your calling. I'm looking like, I'm still in the land of the living. What calling is this? Yeah, I think you should have been a psychiatrist. And I'm like, you mean like a life coach? I was like, because psychiatry going to take too much school and too many coins. And truth be told, I'm still paying off student loans. So I'm not trying to add nothing on there. I said, but you can do life coaching with like a certificate. I mean, I listen to people talk about their lives all day. And people do so much withdrawing and no depositing. They just withdraw. Can't help me with this, or what do you think about that? And sometimes I want to unload too, but I don't. And it doesn't help that I'm Aquarius and I'm always in my head all the time. So I replay things. I'm always in my head. I'm always in the past. I'm thinking about the what ifs. Those what ifs are taking me out, draining all my energy. It's like, how come I can't be that type of person who just says I'm going to do a thing, whether I, succeed or not, I'm still going to do a thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it in your face until you're forced to deal with it, or to rock with me or not rock with me. And to be honest, Conversation XYZ is my baby at the end of the day. But if you do the same thing and you don't change anything up, and you get the same result, isn't that insanity? Because nothing's changing for the best. So it almost makes me wonder, did I set myself up for disaster with Conversation XYZ? Did I expect too much? Did I tell the wrong people? Did I invest enough in myself? I think the issue is, I always tend to, as much as I say I don't, I look for validation, right? And I want everybody to be behind me, everybody supported. But truth be told, some people are just not going to. I find myself supporting any and almost everything that, my friends or friends of friends or whatever are doing. They say, hey, like my page, I like it. They say, hey, support this thing, I support it. Sometimes I even put my money toward it. Even if I don't want it, I might just be like, look, take this little donation and just do something with it, flip it or whatever you do. Because to me, that's like sowing a seed. And if I do it in the right mindset, if I do it because I truly want to do it and I want to see somebody succeed, then that means later on down the road, maybe my time will come. Maybe later on down the road. But as that road keeps getting longer, and you've done all these, deposits, it's like, when is the withdrawal coming? I'm like, how much longer is the road going to be? And because I am transparent, I am also a procrastinator. Oh, I might have been born a procrastinator. It's like, I do things, I amp myself up, and then I'm just like, because of that instant. And I hate to say that I have the mentality almost of like a popcorn generation. If I can't get it in 90 seconds or less, like, I don't want it. Whatever that looks like. But anything worth having, you got to put some work in. Got to pay your dues, or however they're saying things nowadays. But how long does it take to pay a due? I know there's no quick way to get around it, even though sometimes I see people get a quick viral video or they get a quick shout out. Next thing you know, it seems like it's an overnight process. But because I don't live with them, I don't see them from day to day, whoever this is, whoever they may be, to us, it looks instant. I have such a respect for Tabitha Brown. I've been watching her probably about a year now. And I be like silently rooting for her, but also verbally, like out loud, telling people about this woman. I don't know this woman from nowhere, but her spirit is so contagious in a good way. And she's so very thankful. And I want to say she's like 41, 42. Married, kids, all of that. And then I remember her saying that when she wasn't being her authentic self, then nothing seemed to go right. But when she truly just was herself, that's when people started gravitating toward her. So some people look at that and be like, well, dang, she just getting started at 41. But this woman been like trying to do this for a hot minute. And it seems like overnight. But she's a praying woman. She's always thankful. She said she even had a vision board in like 2015. I believe that was the year. And she said, she put all her goals before her and said, look, that's what I want to do. And she said it was prosperous for that year, but she put a limit on herself and she only did it for like that year. So, the things we put out in the atmosphere, of course they're going to manifest, whatever that looks like, good, bad, indifferent. That's why I tell people sometimes, hey, be careful of the things you say, because you are making that your reality. You wake up and you say, oh, I'm going to have a bad day today. And you have a bad day. Whose fault is that really? Like, you manifested that. So everything that could go wrong possibly will go wrong. And then that would just validate the thing that you thought in your head. But maybe if we start to get up and be grateful and thankful and whatever that looks like, then if the bad does come, then we can counteract that with positive thoughts. So I guess that's why he said I miss my calling. Because when I tell you, I can get people out of a bad mood, send them on their way, merry and happy. But when they leave, I'm just like, oh. Sometimes I think I'm an empath, like I absorb all of that stuff, and then I'm just left empty. Like, dang, I'm sitting here being everybody's cheerleader, rah, 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 but I'm like, hey, anybody in the stands for Cap, what's up? But even if they're not in the stands for me, should that make me give up? Hindsight is 20/20. That's what they say. But when I look back on the things and activities and just whatever it was, what wild moment that I said, hey, I'm going to do a thing, and I never fully see it through, then whose fault is that? Because failure is something that I'm used to. That, like, if you want to know a middle name, like, that is what I'm used to. But maybe if I change my stinking thinking and say, hey, that was the old me, let me try the new me. Like, 2021 about to come, so, new year, new me. As corny and stretched out as that phrase is, maybe if I really lived it, and it exuded out of me and just still, instead of just saying it, then maybe those things would manifest. So they say, be careful, what you tell people, because not everybody is, in it for you to win and be great. But you know what? I'm going to put it out there because I want to be held accountable, right? So you can say on October 2020, this is what Cap said. So, number one, I want to get with somebody, anybody, who could tell me the proper program to film Conversation XYZ without everybody being in a room together. Because truth be told, if I move tomorrow or some people move whenever, like, then what happens to Conversation XYZ? I need it to make sense. So first and foremost, I need somebody who knows the editing, the YouTube platforms or platforms, period, the apps. What can I use? That's first and foremost, number one. Number two, being consistent, dropping videos every week. Number three, being transparent, and bearing myself and not trying to be all, whatever. And try to be so perfect on camera, because I'm not. I know y'all like my Ariana Grande today. But just being my authentic self. Some people gonna like me, some people not gonna like me, some people not gonna care either way, but you're watching me, so that's great. And not being afraid to do a dolo solo if need be. Because the show still has to go on. So, also, I want to put more finances into the advertisement of it. Because I can be great, we can be great and fabulous and all of that, but I have to reach out to more than just a few people who are going to watch this. I have to, as I like to say, I have to advertise myself and aggravate you about my projects and be on my shit like a 40-year-old advertising a mixtape. Like, I got to be in your face like that. Like, you want this project, you got to share this video, you can relate to it, blah, 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 and all of that. Like, I really gotta do that. Because people are doing that all day and I admire their hustles. And I wish I could take a piece out of that and then throw it on myself. But being so used to it's not going to work, then it makes me fall back when that first thing don't work. There's so many other things that I'm not going to name right now that I have written down that have to happen. Because being a creative, if I can't be creative some type of way, like, I'm the most miserable person ever. That is the one thing I can say about myself. I can have $1 million bajillion. I can have the best of everything. But if my creativity cannot shine, or I can't do something that just gives me some type of release on an artistic form, I am so miserable and nasty to be around. And I have pinpointed it. No, I'm not bipolar. No, I don't have issues. It's just, what do you do with creativity that doesn't explode out of every ounce of you, that doesn't ooze out of your pores, that doesn't radiate you like this little halo I got going on? Like, what do you do with that? And I don't want to be one of these people who get older, 50, whatever, blah, blah. I said older, not old, but older. And look down on the younger generation and just hate everything they do because I was too damn scared to do the stuff they're doing. The one thing I can say about these people is they put themselves out there. But I always want to hold things and be reserved to myself. Like, I ain't going to do it because they might not like it. I should just have that mentality that I used to have when I was younger. Be like, screw it. They don't like it. I don't care. I'm going to still put it out. So, I don't even know how long I've been doing this video. Doesn't really matter. But I just had to vent really quickly. And because even though this video is not in color, I just got this new shirt in the mail. And let me tell you something. Even though I'm not getting paid for saying this, Shein can take all my money. Okay? Because Shein got me messing around making orders every day. But this is a really cute top. And I just got off from work. So I'm feeling like I look a little bit more tired than I need to be, considering I have a sit-down job. But y'all know how that is. Pandemic is draining me, but I'm trying to find some life somewhere. So I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope all is well in your households. I hope that you are achieving every little thing that you put your mind to. I hope that you're being blessed and not stressed. I hope that you're getting your money up and, most importantly, letting that creativity out. So with that being said, please feel free to follow Conversation XYZ. That's not a jingle, but I feel like it could be. Conversation XYZ. Also on Instagram, Conversation XYZ. And on the YouTube, because I want to go live, Conversation XYZ. I would also like some live chats going in there, or bring in some, fans in there. Whatever that looks like. Or just people who want to chat or debate. I'm always up for a good argument. Aquarius. But anyway, I just wanted to check in, and I'm not trying to pull your ear for too long, but I just had to get that out of my system. Okay. So also you can follow my personal pages on IG. Don't really post anything, but it is what it is. I need those numbers up. So Cap Rivera 3. Also, if you want to follow or possibly friend request me on my Facebook, you can do that as well. There's only one of me. Nicely filtered photo. But with that being said, hey to every Conversation XYZ panelist. How are you? You can come on here sometime, do some videos I watch. Okay, y'all. In the meantime, between time, later.